Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade, and I am here with a video concerning the Breonna Taylor situation, where basically the DA came to a conclusion, basically that police not well. There was evidence, there was eyewitness testimony that police did knock several times. They announced they were there. So it wasn't a no-knock raid at all, as the quote-unquote Black Lives Matters fantasy story would want everyone to believe. And when the police did breach, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend opened fire first, shot at the cops first, and cops returned fire. Again, nothing like the fantasy story I came to believe when I first heard about it, when they said that the cops busted in, then shot them while they were lying in bed. I mean, nothing even remotely close to the fantasy story. Completely different narrative. And so there have been some comments made about this. Some very interesting comments. Let's see what Charles Barkley had to say about this. And I'm really impressed that somebody in the NBA actually has balls enough to say it the way it is, instead of towing the Chinese company line of basically siding with the liberal craziness. Here we go. Charles Barkley.
Just bad the young lady lost her life, but you know, we do have to take into account that her boyfriend did shoot at the cops and shot a cop. So like I say, even though I'm really sorry she lost her life, I don't think that we can just say we can put this in the same situation with George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery. I just don't believe that.
All right. Sadly, I've searched the internet trying to find the original video where, you know, we could see everything in one clip, but I haven't been able to actually find the original video. Any videos I do find on YouTube or whatnot are like these clips, and usually with people interjecting their leftist narrative into the conversation. So we actually kind of have to go on, well, written transcription of what was said. So what we just heard was basically this part. That's what this clip was. But prior to the clip, he said, "I don't think this one was like George Floyd or Ahmaud Arbery." And things like that, Barkley began. "I feel sad that this young lady lost her life. I think this one was. The no-knock warrant is something we need to get rid of across the board, but I'm worried to lump all these situations in together." He continued, "And I just feel bad that the young lady lost her life, but we do have to take into account that her boyfriend shot at the cops and shot a cop. So like I say, even though I am really sorry she lost her life, I just don't think we can put this in the same situation as George Floyd or Ahmaud Arbery." Then Shaquille O'Neal said, "I have to agree with Charles. This one is sort of lumped in," O'Neal said. "You have to get a warrant signed, and some states do allow no-knock warrants. And everyone was asking for murder charges. When you talk about murder, you have to show intent. A homicide occurred, and we're sorry a homicide occurred. When you have a warrant signed by a judge, you're doing your job. And I would imagine that you would fire back in response to the fact that her boyfriend opened fire on the cops who were doing their job enforcing a warrant, which they very well knocked and announced themselves before entering. Then there's some more comments that Charles made. I think these are worth listening to as well.
To really be careful when we, you know, I hear these fools on TV talking about defund the police and things like that. We need police reform and prison reform and things like that. Because you know who ain't gonna defund the cops? White neighborhoods and rich neighborhoods. So that notion they keep saying that, I'm like, wait a minute, we just gonna leave, who are black people supposed to call? Ghostbusters? When we have crime in our neighborhoods, we need police reform. But like I say, white people, especially rich white people, they're always gonna have cops. So we need to stop that defund or abolish the cops crap.
And we started this.
So there you go. And he's spot on. Abolish the police is just stupid. It's the most preposterous notion or idea I've ever heard in my lifetime. All it is going to lead to is more people dying, and especially more people in poor neighborhoods, as he points out, which happens to be black neighborhoods. A large percentage of black people inside of these cities that are defending the police live in low-income neighborhoods. So who's going to be dying because of this quote-unquote great idea to defund the police? It's black people. And it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It's stupidity is what it is. Downright pure stupidity. But at least we finally see a couple of voices coming out of sports that are showing some degree of common sense. Most voices you hear from sports are just flipping left-wing craziness, batshit, gone insane stupidity. Seriously. It's just infested sports, the left-wing neighborhood of all this bullcrap. And it's good to see some voices, some reasonable voices from some of our sports heroes. Anyway, I just thought I would throw this quick video together because, you know, I want to highlight some of the more important things that happen. I'm not doing videos as much as I have in the past, but I'm continuing to trudge on. And this seemed like a good one to highlight. But yeah, anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, all, peace.